What's going on, my good people? If y'all in Dallas, Texas, and you're looking for a place to get tattoos or piercings, come holler at us at Finesse Gang Inc., man. Follow us right now on all social media websites as Finesse Gang Inc. on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter. Wherever you see us at, hit that follow button. We do black and gray tattoos as well as color tattoos. It don't matter if you're dark skin, light skin, white skin, whatever. If you want lines, tigers, birds, flowers, butterflies, portraits, cover-ups, we do it all, man. If you want your nose pierced, your ear pierced, your belly pierced, Christina's, dermals, surface piercings, whatever you want, man, we can do it. If you're 18 years or older, click the link on this video or wherever you see our link at. Go to our booking site, book your appointment right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year. Click the link wherever you see our link at. Go on our booking site and book y'all appointment right now. What y'all waiting on? Let's get it. What up, man? Y'all are tuned in to No Lanes TV, episode 24, man. I am your host, Finesse Lucci, and this is episode 24, Lazy Liberal Epidemic. That's what we gonna talk about, man. We gonna talk about these lazy people. Yeah, I got a little peanut butter right here. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody short on stamps. You know what I'm saying? I know stamps is gonna be scarce this month, so I got me a little peanut butter to get me through. But nah, man, we gonna talk about these lazy people. You know what I'm saying? And people with jobs are lazy too. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody like to say, well, I got a job, I go to work, and I go to. Just because you got a job don't mean you ain't lazy. I'm going to repeat that. Just because you got a job don't mean you ain't lazy. I know a bunch of lazy people with jobs, a bunch of lazy people who call in to work. They only want to work from home. They don't want to do nothing. They don't want to go outside. They don't want to touch no grass. Y'all are lazy. Just because you got a job don't mean you ain't a lazy person. You know what I'm saying? And that's why majority of y'all are on welfare. That's why y'all are on food stamps. That's why y'all kids don't have fathers at home, because you don't want to be a mother, you don't want to be a wife, and you don't want to go to work. Like, literally. Women specifically. There's a lot of men out here like this too. But women specifically, today, a lot of y'all don't want to work. Y'all don't want to be mothers. You don't want to be wives. You just want the world just given to you. Just because you a woman. Just because you exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, women think just because they exist, a man just supposed to come in and change their life. They supposed to take care of kids that ain't theirs. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to go to work every day. Yo, Dave Blunts, I love your music. Yeah, they supposed to go to work every day, take care of kids that ain't there. Take care of this woman who don't want to work. She don't want to help pay no bills. You know what I'm saying? She want to moan and groan about cooking and cleaning. Like, y'all want to be housewives and don't even want to do the stuff that housewives supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, these women want to sit at home on TikTok all day. TikTok, watching these drama-fied shows with all this LGBTQ stuff in it, and you know what I'm saying, just they feel having a woman today is damn near like having another child. Having a woman that don't want to work, having a lazy person around you that don't want to work, man or woman. A lazy person around you, man or woman, that's like having a grown child. A child that talks back. That's what you have in your household. When you got a person in your household that don't want to work, don't want to help pay bills, don't want to cook, don't want to clean, that's a kid. The child don't want to do chores. The child don't know nothing about no bills. The child just wants to have fun and, you know what I'm saying, be taken care of. That's what children do. And that's what a lot of you women are moving like today. Y'all are moving just like children. Seriously, just like children, man. And that's what we going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of topics for y'all today. We going to get into it, man. Those of y'all over here on TikTok, y'all can come over here on YouTube if y'all want to see the videos. But yeah, man, that's what we gonna talk about today, man. We gonna talk about these lazy people, you know what I'm saying, who want to sit back and collect food stamps and think everybody's supposed to pay for their food and housing and kids that they had out of wedlock, that the taxpayers didn't have nothing to do with. That's some of the laziest shit ever. For you to want people who didn't have nothing to do with your life to help sponsor your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you built this hunger up. You built this hunger up for material shit. You had all these kids. You had the sex. You did it all. You did it all. But then the American taxpayers, people who didn't have nothing to do with everything that you enjoyed, because you enjoyed that while you were doing it. Even though y'all call y'all kids daddy trash and all that old kind of stuff, you jumped in the dumpster. You know what I'm saying? You jumped in that dumpster to get with that trash. Appreciate it. What the fuck? Is that a bro? TikTok is a crazy place, y'all. TikTok is a crazy place, and that's where majority of these people who don't got jobs, they be on TikTok all goddamn day. Even the people who do got jobs, the lazy people who got jobs, be on TikTok all goddamn day, just talking shit, messing with people. That's why I love y'all. I love my TikTok family, man. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all TikTokers. Y'all cool people, man. Y'all good for content. But like I said, these lazy people, highly productive people, have to stay away from lazy people. You do. If you're a highly productive person, you're not gonna relate to a lazy person. That's number one. That's why you hear all these liberals running around. What about the billionaires and the millionaires? Not knowing them billionaires and millionaires get up and hit it hard every day. They gotta employ people. They gotta pay people. They gotta, you know what I'm saying, dish out money. Make sure y'all got money to take home to pay for y'all rent, y'all food and lights and water and kids out of wedlock and all this old kind of stuff, man. Y'all can't be putting that kind of pressure on people who didn't have nothing to do with y'all situation. It's not right to tax the rich. I don't agree with that. It's not right to tax the rich. How you gonna tax a person just for working hard? Them millionaires and billionaires work 24/7. Small business owners, we work 24/7. And y'all want us to be taxed. Y'all want the people who employ people to be taxed so lazy people can sit on their ass. And I'm not saying that it's not people out here that don't deserve or don't need assistance. But it's a lot of people that's on assistance that been on it for a long time. I know people who been on Section 8 and food stamps since I was a kid. I'm 30 plus years old. These people have been on food stamps and Section 8 since I was a little boy. Some of them before I even came in this world. I came in the world and they was already on it. And they still living on it to this day. My aunt has a house she been living in for over 10 years. She has a house that she been living in for over 10 years on government assistance. So you mean to tell me after 5, 10, 15, 20 years, After 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you ain't came up with a plan to get off that program. Your kids still got to be fed by the government. Well, I guess you talk about your people. Yes, I am. I'm talking about black folks. And I don't see the problem with that. I'm a black man. I'm obligated to talk to my people. I'm obligated to talk to the people with the same skin color as me because y'all represent me. I get the same rep y'all get. When they see me with tattoos and gold chains, and they automatically think I'm just like y'all. And I was raised just like y'all. I was raised around people on Section 8 and food stamps and stuff like that. Like I said, I know that there's people that really need it. But I know there's a lot of people out here that don't need it too. That been on it for a long time. And like I said, that's what we about to get into, man. I know, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to go on my little rant and let y'all know what we about to get into. But y'all over here on TikTok, if y'all want to see the videos, the topics we about to discuss, man, y'all can come over here on YouTube. We about to get into it, man. We about to get into it. Milwaukee. It's been a lot of stuff going on in Milwaukee, y'all. That's where the National Guards need to go next. Milwaukee. It's crazy out there.
A Milwaukee man is now charged in the shooting rampage that killed 3 people last weekend.
Prosecutors say 26-year-old Michael Williams first shot a man and woman walking on the sidewalk near 27th and Atkinson before killing another person sitting in a car just blocks away. Stephanie Quirk here in studio to break down how investigators...
Y'all over here on YouTube, TikTok, y'all come over here on YouTube, No Lames TV.
Unclear how the suspect
link in my bio.
The 3 people he's accused of killing. Earlier this week, I spoke with family of both victims who died in the shooting near 27th and Atkinson. But tonight, loved ones of a 3rd victim are speaking about their loss. 3 victims, 2 crime scenes, and 1 man who prosecutors say is responsible.
I really don't, it hurts. It hurts that a lot of this could have been prevented.
26-year-old Michael Williams is now charged with 3 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. Prosecutors say at around 9:30 Sunday night, he shot and killed 64-year-old Marcus Smith and 50-year-old Sandra Lee on the sidewalk near 27th and Atkinson. Roughly an hour after that, around 10:30 that night, investigators say he then shot another man who was sitting in a car near 31st and Cortland. That man...
So he just going on a rampage. He went on a rampage. He shot a 64-year-old man and I believe a 51-year-old woman. I believe that's what. I know it was a man in his 60s and a woman in her 50s. I did a story on this recently. And then he turned around after he killed them. He went down the street and popped somebody else. And these are them welfare Section 8 babies that people keep talking about. You grew up on food stamps. You grew up on welfare. Yeah, and they end up shooting old ladies, knocking over people trying to take their purse and their wallet and their belongings, Rolexes and jewelry and stuff like that. When you leave the house, you don't have to worry about the white man robbing you. Even the poor white people not going to rob you. It's the black man. It's the black man. My people. Hey, you talk about your people. Yeah, y'all my people. And I'm talking to you. These are y'all kids. This is what Section 8 and welfare and all that nonsense does to us. This is what it does to us. This is how our kids grow up. Your child end up on the news because you so proud to come from the project. No, I'm from the hood. Now look like Octavius out here gunning old people down. Late at night. Terrorizing the city. Bringing the property value down. Man, this is insane, bro.
And 44-year-old LaKendrick Robbie died at the scene.
That was my Uncle KK. He was willing to do almost any and everything for me and my sister.
Officers arrested Williams Sunday night, and the complaint says during that he stated that he, quote, did the city a favor. Court filing.
He said he did the city a favor. He did the city a favor by taking out 3 innocent people. These people ain't had nothing to do with nothing. I don't even think he robbed them. He just blatantly shot him. Because he probably wanted to see his gun go off. I seen a video of a man who said that he shot somebody, and he said the reason why he shot him was because he wanted to see how it felt to shoot somebody. He wanted to see how the bullet came out and hit him out of this new gun he just got. This is the mindset. This is the mindset. This is the black liberal bullshit. Y'all been listening to these white folks voting blue no matter who, and they got y'all minds messed up. Y'all are demons. Y'all kids are demons.
Say with the help of witness interviews and surveillance video, prosecutors were able to charge Williams in connection to both shootings. They also detailed that Williams' family told detectives he'd been struggling with mental health, threatening people, and acting erratic.
It had been a time where he took us school shopping to go back to school.
As victims' families still wonder why their loved one was targeted.
Innocent. Man ain't had nothing to do with nothing.
And a conviction on any of the charges would mean Williams would spend life in prison. He'll make his first appearance in court tomorrow morning. Sam?
Tough to hear that, Steph. Thanks.
And see, we sitting here talking about a black man who gunned down 3 innocent black folks. And I got a black person in my comment. That's how white people say they feel all the time. It's spiritual. Yeah. It is spiritual. Because y'all some demons. We ain't talking about white folks. We talking about you and your kids. That's what's wrong with black folks. Always worried about what the white man, what about the white people? The white people do that too. Yeah, because somebody else do it, that don't make it okay. That don't make it okay. You are a demon if you sitting here justifying a demon talking about white people do it too. Just because a white person does something, that don't mean it's right to do. That don't mean it's okay. Like that's when we be talking about the wigs and the weave and stuff. White women wear it too. So what? You the fool that look like that. White women don't look like that. You do. You do. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, y'all mindset. Y'all, then you don't even listen to understand. You just listen to reply. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's black women for you. They listen to reply. They ain't trying to understand nothing a man saying. They ain't trying, yeah, you right about that. Never. Literally. You can't talk to them. You can't. They always come with some excuse. Oh, white people do it too. And see, you did this and you said that. We talking about you, woman. We talking about you. We talking about your kids. We talking about black folks. We talking about our people. We ain't talking about no white folks. We got to get us in order first before we can talk about the white people. We can't talk about what white people do when we out here doing the worst shit. White people don't have a whole bunch of kids out of wedlock. We do. Do they have it? Yes. Do white people do stuff? Yes. But y'all take it to another level. Y'all take this stuff to another level. Y'all take crime and violence and guns and breaking up your family. Y'all take that shit to another level. Literally, man. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. You take it to another level. And that's the part that messes us up. That's the part that messes the community up. That's why it's this shit is a poison. This hip-hop culture, all this foolishness, Section 8 food stamps, all this stuff that we have indulged in for all these years is messing us up. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Just like this right here.
Driver's worst fear. A woman says she was driving on the high-rise in New Orleans East when a bullet went through her car. The woman says she was left shaken up and bloody.
Yeah, unbelievable. Only on 6 tonight, WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor has the woman's message for the person behind the reckless act. Also warning, some of the images you're about to see are graphic.
I was driving in the far left lane, and at the time I didn't know what happened, but I just heard like a boof and my window went out. And when my window went out, I'm looking around like, what's going on?
This woman says she thought maybe her tire had gone out, but soon after, reality hit.
As I'm looking, I see the blood start leaking from my head. So as I'm trying to assess the situation, like my surroundings, to see if they will continue shooting or something like that, I see the bullet hole. I see I'm bleeding from my head.
The following picture might be disturbing for some. She says she snapped this photo while in shock and still driving to confirm her suspicions. Then she called the police.
I called 911. I was able to exit the interstate and get back on while I'm on the phone with 911 and make it to UMC Hospital.
Her vehicle's glass shattered from the impact, but that's not all. The mother of 5 was also hit.
When the
Mother of 5. A mother of 5 riding down the freeway. Innocent woman. Even though she's a single mother of 5, we'll get to that later. But innocent woman. Just imagine you just driving and a bullet whizzes across your head. This is what you have to deal with when you living around lazy people who live on Section 8 and food stamps. When you live in these Democratic hellholes, you can't even drive down the damn freeway. Your kids can't go outside and play. When last time y'all let y'all kids go outside and play? Those of y'all with children, when the last time you let your kids go outside and play? And why haven't you, if they haven't? Because it's bullets flying in your community. It's demons outside. We used to be able to go out. That's why Trump keeps saying, make America great again. Sending these National Guards to these Democratic hellholes. Because we used to be able to go outside without bullets flying. Without you being robbed or mugged. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to be stuff that goes on everywhere. But it's on another level now. It's so much crime going on in these Democratic hellholes, man, and these kids can't go outside. They don't have no morals, no respect. Kids and women used to be off limits. Now we got kids and women, the first ones getting hit. It's crazy.
bullet hit my window. It kind of shattered into pieces. 2 of the pieces hit me in my head, one over my eyebrow and one in the center of my head.
NOPD confirms the incident happened Monday just after 2 p.m. on I-10 eastbound at the top of the high-rise.
Playing the situation in my head, I was like, this had to come from the opposite side because I was in a far left lane doing.
Those of y'all over here on TikTok, man, if y'all want to see the videos, come over here on YouTube. No Lames TV.
About 70, going up the high-rise.
At this time, police are using surveillance video to track down who fired the shot.
Just something, but they got to be careful. Like I said, it could have been their own mom. It could have been their own sister, their own aunt. It could have been anyone.
For the mother, whose kids rely on her, she is afraid to drive over the bridge, but says she has to continue to work to feed her family.
Now this woman is scared to go outside. This single mother of 5 is scared to go outside. She's scared to drive down the freeway now because it's bullets flying on the freeway. This ain't even a neighborhood. Now just imagine in the neighborhood. This is just one bullet. Imagine in the neighborhood. Houses being shot up. Kids can't ride their bike. Dudes selling drugs on the corner. This is how y'all like living. Because like this single mother of 5 right here, y'all gonna continue the cycle. And it's not even bash this woman. But I'm just saying, this single motherhood, this baby mama, baby daddy culture, that's why your kids can't go outside. Because y'all raising kids with no morals and no respect. And they're becoming adults with guns that commit these kind of crimes.
Her hope is this won't happen again to anyone else.
Whoever it was, I hope they'd be mindful, and learn gun safety.
Crime analysts say this is the second shooting on an interstate to happen this year in New Orleans. As for the driver who did not want her name mentioned, she tells us that she still has bullet fragments from the shooting in her head. If you do know anything at all that could lead to an arrest, you're being urged to contact Crime Stoppers at 822-1111. Reporting from New Orleans, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
Now, this is a single mother of 5 in New Orleans. A single mother of 5 in New Orleans. So it's a 1 out of 5 chance that one of those kids that she's raising right now will grow up and do the same thing. That's the odds. And y'all willing to live like that. Y'all willing to continue to do this. Y'all willing to continue to raise y'all kids in these single mother households after y'all see exactly what it does to y'all. What it does to your kids. Lazy liberals. That's what y'all turn into. Lazy mothers, lazy women, lazy wives, just lazy. And you wonder why your kids don't gotta follow. Y'all keep on talking about, well, men, well, what about the men? They left the household because don't nobody want to deal with that. Don't nobody want to deal with that. Don't nobody want to live with a lazy, combative woman. Person, period. It ain't got nothing to do with just men and women. Because there's men out here that's living like this too. But they were raised by these women. That's another thing. Like, we got to get our women to take accountability. Because if y'all don't take accountability, we can't fix the problem. Until you identify the problem, you're going to continue to do the same thing. So it's no point. We can talk till we blue in the face. But without results, without you putting in the work, you can't get the results. Your children are going to keep going through the same process. Our families are going to keep being broken. Y'all going to keep trying to live off Section 8 and food stamps and stuff like that. Then run around like a chicken with your head cut off because daddy government, stepdaddy government, done ran out of money. Or he just cut you off. He can't afford it. It's too many kids. And that's why I say, like, it's people that need those systems. But those of y'all who are able-bodied people and just out here having kids out of wedlock because you want to slang that thing from Maine to Spain, y'all the ones messing it up for the rest of them. We not talking about the people who actually need it. We not calling them lazy. The disabled, the veterans, people who actually going through real stuff and can't get out of it, those are the people who need those programs. Y'all who out here twerking, going to the club, getting your hair and nails done, working from home, got 2, 3, 4, 5 kids out of wedlock, sleeping with different men. You got time to go look for another man, but you ain't got time to go look for another job? Nah, baby. Nope, we done with that. You got time to go to the club. You got time to take a trip. You got time to do everything else that you want to do. But you ain't got time to go out here and get some more money and feed your kids. No. Y'all who we talking about. Y'all are the lazy liberals we are talking about. And that's why y'all going through what y'all going through, man.
Now at 11, fears growing tonight as a critical lifeline set to be cut for 40 million Americans. Federal SNAP food assistance could run out by next weekend as the government shutdown heads into its fourth week. At least one expert now predicting this could potentially trigger the greatest hunger catastrophe in the U.S. since the Great Depression nearly 100 years ago. Good evening. I'm Jory Rand.
I'm Liz Nagy. The shutdown is also leading to thousands of federal employees working without paychecks, which triggered some flight problems at LAX today. Eyewitness News reporter Madison Weil joins us with the latest developments tonight. Madison?
These some regular gold-plated glasses off Amazon, man. Go get them. Let's put in gold glasses on Amazon.
Jory, Liz, good evening. A lot of families tonight anxious, wondering how they're going to continue to put food on the table if they lose these SNAP benefits. And this is just one of many ways that people are feeling the pain of this continued government shutdown. With the government shutdown well into its fourth week tonight, millions of Americans feeling the impact. On Friday, more than 500,000 federal workers missed their first full paycheck. Major airports facing staffing shortages. Flights from LAX to Oakland were stopped temporarily on Sunday due to staffing issues at Oakland International Airport. And now, federal SNAP food assistance benefits could run out for roughly 40 million Americans by next weekend.
40 million people depending on the government. And like I said, though it's a lot of people out here who really need it. Veterans, disabled people, people with disabled children, stuff like that. But 40 million people, it's probably only about 10 million of them people that actually really need it. And that's the problem. That's the problem. Y'all have been depending on this government for too long. Then y'all letting illegal people come over here and get the same benefits. And y'all think this is okay. Liberals think this is okay. Y'all been living like this for too long, man. Too long. There's no reason that the government shutdown should stop you from feeding your children. If you're an able-bodied person. A lot of y'all stuck in y'all ways. You don't want to work with your kid's father. You want to be out here doing whatever you want to do. And you think the government is supposed to pay for you and your nonsense. That's why you in the situation you in. Because if you was out here handling business, you wouldn't be worried about no SNAP benefits.
Governor Newsom deploying the National Guard to help with increased demand expected at food banks across California, including
local Walmart is hiring for security because they finna need it.
right here in LA.
So families are being hit hard, and now with the shutdown that we're seeing out of DC, it's that much more important for California to step up and meet the needs of our families and our kids.
More than 1.5 million Angelinos currently depend on SNAP benefits.
I feel like the desperation, we're hearing like people are scared because they're uncertain.
The executive director of Impact LA, a local.
They say 22 an hour ain't enough. He said, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, and they starting at 22 an hour. They say 22 an hour ain't enough. 22 an hour ain't enough. Because they want to be like this big woman you see right here on the screen. You know what I'm saying? They want to be this big, unhealthy woman on the screen right here. This woman right here on this screen will tell you that $22 an hour is not enough to feed her big ass and her children. Excuse my French.
Nonprofit that provides food assistance to vulnerable families says they're gearing up for a significant spike in demand if that happens.
They're going to have to start making decisions on having to pay certain utility bills so they can have food for them and themselves and their family, or if they're going to have to pay rent late.
The official.
Dog. If you have to choose between paying your rent or paying your lights and water over having food, Why are you having children? This is what I'm talking about. This is an able-bodied person sitting here saying that this is okay. These overweight people. Look at this woman over here to the left. Another big woman. These big women sitting at home with their bonnets on. Telling y'all, the people who are out here working every day, they telling y'all that they deserve to be taken care of by you. You need to pay for their kids. You need to pay for it. While they go get their hair done, their nails done, and everything else that they want in life, you need to pay for their stuff.
USDA website now updated with this stark warning. Bottom line, the well has run dry. At this time, there will be no benefits issued November 1st. The message blaming the shutdown on Senate Democrats. Democratic leadership pushing back.
Maintain from the very beginning and continue to maintain. We will sit down anytime,
Hakeem
any place, with
Jeffries.
anyone.
A vote.
Y'all constantly let these people play in y'all face. Let's listen to what Hakeem said. I'm sorry, I was talking.
Leadership pushing back.
Maintain from the very beginning and continue to maintain. We will sit down anytime, any place, with anyone.
Lies. 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 Democratic politicians don't want to talk to Republicans. They don't want to talk to them at all. You hear these people say it every day. Even the liberals, even the people who voted for them, they say it every day. They don't want to talk to nobody on the right. That's why the government is shut down. But they gonna continue to lie to y'all and tell y'all that they the ones trying to cooperate and the Republicans ain't. Republicans are the one in power. They the ones presenting everything. Y'all the ones shutting it down. But y'all gonna keep listening to them. It is what it is.
A vote to fund the government has failed in the Senate 12 times, and in the meantime, Congress continues to get paid. Live from downtown tonight, Madison Weil, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Madison, thank you.
So while the government is shut down, Congress is still getting paid. Jasmine Crockett, Nancy Pelosi, you know what I'm saying, Bernie Sanders, all these people that y'all running behind listening to, they still getting paid. They don't need no food stamps either. They got good big salaries. And then on top of their salaries, they got the stock market. Jasmine Crockett is worth $9 million. Her net worth is $9 million. $9 million. Her salary is 100 and something thousand. You think she worried about you and your food stamps? Do you think Bernie Sanders is worried about you and your food stamps? Them folks ain't never had food stamps a day in their life. Jasmine Crockett is new from ATL. Rocking the new shit. Coming to the hood telling you you need your Section 8 and you need your food stamps while she over there living in a big house. Coming from a good family. And y'all gonna keep listening to these people. They not worried about no food stamps. That's why they not coming to an agreement. They don't give a damn about you. Trump trying to get stuff done. Trump ain't trying to cut y'all food stamps off. But they gonna do it to make it look like that. This is the smoke screen. You think these people really... Bruh. Trump sent the National Guards to Memphis, Washington, D.C., and cleaned it up like that. Democrats have been in power for 16 of the last 20 years. 16 of the last 20 years. And you telling me that these people can't clean up y'all neighborhoods? They had the power. They had the same power that Trump got right now. You keep talking about the Epstein files. They could have been put the Epstein files out. How long Epstein files been around? It didn't just come up in the last 4 years. The last couple months. Epstein files been out there. But y'all gonna keep listening to these people play with y'all mind. And this is why they get fathers out of the household. Because fathers know this. Men know this. They play on women's emotions. That's why majority of women are the ones who vote blue, no matter who. 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. For what? For what? Abortion rights? Y'all think that's what that was about? Y'all think Kamala really cared about y'all and y'all abortion rights? She don't even have kids. Kamala Harris don't have no children. Maybe that's why, because she had all the abortions. Maybe that's why she was fighting so hard. Black folks, man, y'all something else, dog. For real. Y'all are something else, man. It's like, the more I try to tell y'all, man, it feel like the dumb I get. I feel like a dummy trying to educate people who think they know everything. Majority of these women think they know every damn thing. Don't want to listen to nothing or nobody, especially black women. Black women don't want to listen to nobody. Y'all want to keep on living on Section 8 and food stamps, getting rid of your kids' father, letting your kids go out here committing crimes, being on OnlyFans, working in the strip clubs, steady raising rappers and drug dealers and killers and stealers and scammers. Y'all like that. That's what y'all like.
I wanted to circle back around to the food stamp thing. Just because a person is getting food stamps doesn't mean they're lazy. It's a bunch of working people out here wish they could and need some food stamps. If you make $10 too much, you just disqualified and you could be barely making it. It's some people out here that's got a full-time job, a part-time job, or maybe 2 full-time jobs and still barely making it. With the way everything has gone up, how can you keep up with it? How can a person, especially if you're a single person, how can one income keep up with that?
This is the United States of America. It was not made for you to be single. That's why they incentivize people to get married. Because this is the United States of America. Keyword, united. And just because you have a job does not mean you are not lazy. There's plenty of lazy people with jobs who call in to work, only want to work from home, and all that kind of bullshit. So stop it.
Rent is ridiculous. Lights have gone up. I don't know where y'all live, but in the city of Memphis, it has gone up significantly. So that's gone up. I'm talking about everything is up. Groceries is up.
You know, I'm talking about everyone is not meant to get married. Excuses. You tell them how to correct their problems, they come up with more excuses.
Working people need food stamps. And I don't care if you making shit 50, 60,000 a year.
50 to 60,000 a year, and you still need food stamps? Nah, y'all just fat. Y'all fat and y'all mismanage y'all money. That's what it is. Black folks are fat and they mismanage their money, especially black women. Y'all sit at home, y'all eating pork chops, meatloaf, cornbread, all these big ass meals. I got a shake right here. Strawberry, banana, a little granola, and some milk. $5. $10, maybe. Peanut butter. $2. $50,000 to $60,000 a year, and you can't feed yourself? Stop it.
You need food stamps. And for the people that's laughing about it, or people need to get up off their ass, it's some people getting up off their ass every single day and working overtime, and they still need food stamps.
Yeah, $50,000 a year is poverty level. That's why you get married. That's why you cooperate with somebody. That's why you cohabitate. This is the United States of America. This is the United States of America. You did not make those kids by yourself. You made them with another person that's probably making another $50,000 to $60,000 a year. So I have to do the math for you. You making $50,000 to $60,000 a year. He making $50,000 to $6,000 a year. You put that together. That's $100. That's $100,000 to $120,000 a year for you and that person. $120,000 with two people who are making $50,000 to $60,000. Do I need to go on? Is it clicking? Yeah. Is it clicking?
Because after you've paid all those bills, what do you have left? And now you're constantly being put in a position where you have to trade more of your time in for more money. And then the more you make, the more the government takes. So it's like a lot of people are in a no-win situation. And then on top of the groceries and everything going up, they poisoning the groceries.
You want to know why? This person said, tell me why these deadbeat dads ain't getting married. You tell me. Because you're too busy running your mouth. Nobody's going to marry you. You have to cooperate, cohabitate, come together, become one. But you're too selfish to do that. That's why you're out here on $50,000, $60,000 salary by yourself. Because you don't want to cooperate. You don't want to close your mouth. That's why you are not married. That's why your kids don't have a father at home. That's why your kid's father has taken his income to another household or by himself where he can cohabitate and cooperate with somebody who wants to cooperate with him. That's why there's so many deadbeats out here, because nobody wants to deal with your bullshit.
Like, damn. It's like an assimilation for real. That's what we living in, because this is crazy that people are barely making, working people are barely making it. So that's just, something to put on y'all minds while y'all laughing about people to get food stamps and ain't gonna get no food stamps, and the kids are really gonna be affected. Older people are gonna be affected. People that can't really fend for themselves are going to be affected. So while y'all laughing, that's something to think about, because some of y'all laughing, y'all need some stamps too.
Nobody's laughing at disabled people. Nobody's going at people who actually really need food stamps and government assistance and stuff like that. Nobody's talking about them. But y'all want to try to band people up together and make everybody one. You know what I'm saying? You want to make everybody one when it benefits you. You don't want to become one with your kid's father and cooperate with him, so you don't need Section 8 and food stamps and stuff like that. You don't want to do that. A lot of y'all are able-bodied people. Y'all are lazy. You're lazy. You're lazy in your relationship. You're lazy at your job. You're lazy at life. You're lazy with your kids. You're just lazy. And that's why y'all are in the situation y'all in. Like this person said, that's why it's so many deadbeats out here. So-called, anyway. Because I don't even like the deadbeat word. Because a lot of these dudes ain't deadbeat. They just don't want to deal with you. A lot of these men are not deadbeats. A lot of these men want to be with their family. You ask a lot of these women, they will tell you that they left the man. He still want to be with me right now. Put your fucking family back together. Excuse me. Excuse my French. I'm trying. Y'all. I'm trying. But I was raised in a black household. You know what I'm saying? And as y'all can see, that black folks, majority of us, we're emotionally unstable people and our mouths are foul. Especially our women. And these are the people out here teaching our children. Raising these boys and girls into being men and women who don't know how to respect nobody or authority. Which is why these households are in shambles. Which is why we have the least married women in history. Y'all think somebody just supposed to marry y'all just cause? No. Just because you laid on your back and had a baby, you're not obligated to a ring. That does not obligate you to this man. Now, if you made that a requirement before you opened your legs like you used to do, like your grandma and them used to do, then that might work out for you. But if he can get the same thing that he get marrying you without marrying you, why would he do that? Then on top of that, I gotta listen to your mouth. I gotta listen to your mouth. Listen, you talk shit to me. You want me to be a protector and a provider while you running your mouth, doing whatever you doing, saying whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? See, vice versa. What about vice versa? What about the men? Worry about being a woman first. Just like I be telling black folks, worry about us first. Let's clean up our act first. See, if the women clean up their act, then we can point the men out. We can point the men out then. If black folks clean up their act, then we can get on the white folks' ass. Because we doing everything the right way. If you doing everything right as a woman, then we can call out the man. But if you not doing what you need to do, how can we talk about anybody else? If you not doing your part, it starts with you. It starts at home. That's where the kids learn it from. They learn it from home first. And then they go out into the world. But this is the lazy, liberal mindset.
I honestly need for y'all to pipe down celebrating people not getting their food stamps next month and literally going hungry for Thanksgiving, because I literally be buying those stamps. Like, chill. I don't know why y'all feel like buying food with cash is a flex, but it is the fuck not. It's not a flex.
Facts, Buck.
As a person who fought for this garbage ass country, became a veteran, and hot take, should be entitled first priority to those benefits, yet isn't first priority, as a matter of fact, don't qualify because I make 90% disability, I'm not finna hate on the next motherfucker that gets stamps. You wanna know why? Because I be buying them bitches. Like, pipe the fuck down.
See what I'm saying? It's people out here that are getting those stamps and stuff and they selling it. They selling this stuff for half off. This is what's going on in the hood. Like I said, it's plenty of people out here who actually need those programs, who actually need Section 8 and food stamps and stuff like that. There's plenty of those people. But it's too many of people like this who don't need it, who are abusing the system. They don't want to work. And if they do got a job, they still don't want to work. They call in to work because they can sell their food stamps. And they ain't got to listen to no man to tell them to go to work. And a man shouldn't even have to tell you to go to work, especially if you got kids. That's what I don't understand. A lot of y'all got kids. Y'all got children at home. And this is the example that y'all are setting for them. Don't listen to no man. You ain't got to deal with nothing you don't want to deal with. But you can go get Section 8 and food stamps. And then you don't want to listen to them. You don't want to listen to the government. You don't want to listen to the kid's father. You don't want to listen to nobody. But you want everybody to give you something. So you can go sell it. This how y'all living. And y'all be screaming racism when people call y'all out on this kind of stuff. Telling y'all to stop messing up y'all families. Cooperate with your kid's father. Do things the right way. I don't get it, man. I just don't get it.
I feel like anytime the government does some wild ass shit, it's not intended to hurt us. It's intended to see where the masses' minds are at and if they are still in control. Yes, it probably will hurt some people, but that is because of your mentality, not because of what they are doing. For example, how they took our SNAP benefits away. I feel like that was done intentionally for them to watch the reactions of the people and to see who is still living in a poverty mindset and who is not. That basically is meaning who is still asleep and who is awakened. Because 2025, all year this year, we've been going through a mass awakening. So they want to see who they still are in control of and who they are not in control of. There is literally a split between the people. There are a group of people panicking, living in a poverty mindset, talking about they're going to go stealing to feed their families because they're going to starve. On the other side, there's a group of people that believe that they're going to be okay. They're going to be able to afford their food regardless of the government assistance because money is just a number. There is no value. Money.
And see, I agree with her 50%. I agree. You know what I'm saying? I agree with her because I was saying the same thing. I said that, they're really doing this to see. I think this is an experiment. We are hamsters. It's people at the top that are controlling people at the bottom. That's why a lot of these liberals, they brainwash to listening to whatever the Democrats say. I mean, and it's people on the other side like that too. It's people on the Republican side who only believe what Republicans say. Nobody wants to meet in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what they are doing. They trying to see who's on what side, how many people want what. But I think that we already established that during the election. But see, y'all been cheating and it been so much stuff going on with these elections. Nobody even really knows exactly who's voting for who. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how many people actually doing what because y'all been cheating, stealing, and, you know what I'm saying, doing crazy stuff to stay in power. Because if y'all believe that Joe Biden got total votes, more votes than Obama, you're an idiot. This man couldn't even speak a coherent sentence. It was somebody controlling him. And I believe it was Barack Obama, but that's just my opinion. But we are hamsters.
Energy, it is going to come to them regardless, no matter how hard they work for it or not. I feel like this is intentionally done just to see if they still have the masses controlled. And a lot of people are falling for it. I'm sorry, but me personally, I was on SNAP benefits. I was receiving food stamps, and I do have a full-time job, and I do work about 35 to 40 hours a week. But when they took my assistance away, immediately, I was not intimidated. I was not scared. I was not worried. I don't believe me and my family will starve because I know wholeheartedly that regardless of the fact, I'll be able to afford it somehow, some way, and I will make it happen regardless, somehow, some way. That's the side that I'm on because I'm awakened to the system. I know.
No, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do as an adult and a parent. You're supposed to take care of you, and you're supposed to take care of what comes out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's normal. But see, y'all have normalized not being with your kids' father, living off the government, making the government y'all kids' father. And so now working a job, taking care of your kids, keeping your family together is cliche.
What they're doing is not going to work on me, especially since I've seen everything and cannot unsee it. I am consistently seeing a bunch of people in a poverty mindset, and it makes me so sad because that is where they want you guys.
Yeah.
Y'all got to get out of that.
And see, she won't call it out, but I will. Democrats want you living like that because they the ones who believe in more government. See, when the Republicans believe in less government. And when you believe in less government, that's less people living off the government. And that's not to say that Republicans are not going to help, because those programs are still, you know what I'm saying, are still in place even with the Republicans in power. But they're only going to take care of the people who actually need it because it's going to be less government. Less government involved in you, your kids' life, your family, all that old kind of stuff. That's your business. That's the life you built for yourself. But see, Democrats got their hand up y'all ass. Excuse my French. And they got y'all out here like puppets. You repeating everything that they say. Yeah, they taking off Section 8. They taking off food stamps, y'all. Oh, he's a racist. He's a pedophile. He's an orange man. That's how they play on y'all. Because they know y'all are emotionally unstable. They know without fathers in the household, you're not going to be raised right. You're going to be raised to think, well, my mama was on Section 8 and food stamps, so why you talk about women on Section 8 and food stamps? You talk about your mama? You talk about your mama? Yes, her too. Her too. Mama, granny, whoever. Those of y'all who've been living off them programs for 50 to 60 years are the problem. If you don't need that stuff, I remember when welfare first started. I'm not that old. But when welfare first started, I remember, you know what I'm saying, seeing movies, and I remember hearing people talk about it. It was looked down upon. That is welfare. Section 8, food stamps, that is welfare. You're choosing poverty. Nobody's making you do that. Nobody's oppressing you. Nobody's making y'all have a bunch of kids out of wedlock. Nobody's making y'all sleep with men you're not married to. Kuyo. Whatever your name is. Nobody's making you do that. You did that. You oppressed yourself. Y'all keeping each other down. Especially y'all women. Because y'all congratulate each other on this kind of stuff. Congratulations, girl. You having another baby? Congratulations. Leave that man. Shoot, you ain't got to be with no man. Congratulations. On a divorce. Girl, we can take a trip now. That's the culture. That's the life that y'all making for yourselves. Because you want to live on Section 8 and food stamps. And put weave and wigs on your head. And your kids' head now. Nowadays. Kids in elementary got weave in their head. But y'all sitting here talking about some damn food stamps. You put the food in their head. You stop buying that shit, you can afford the food. But I'm the coon. I'm the bad person when I say stuff like that. I'm the bad person. Because you don't want to change. You don't want no correction.
Hey y'all. So I'm letting y'all in my business a little bit, and it's only for my purposes only, literally. So I got fired today from my job, literally. And I feel like, I ain't gonna lie, I did cry. I have been crying because I'm like, damn, like, this is a great worker. But the only reason why I honestly feel like I'm not so upset about it is because I literally got fired for being on social media. And I'd rather get fired for something that means something to me, because I love what I like. I'm good at social media. I love being on social media. Like, I love making content. Like, that's something that I love doing. And so I'd rather be fired for something that, you know, is meaningful than like getting fired over something, whatever. But, you know, and honestly, I'm taking it as a sign. I feel like what bigger sign could God give me that I need to take social media more serious than getting me fired, like making me lose my job, like for being on social media though. So I'm not upset. I am
Y'all need to get off the internet, bro. Y'all need to put the phones down, log out of the computers. This is the lazy liberal mindset that I'm talking about. Even people with jobs are lazy. That's why y'all on Section 8 and food stamps. That's why y'all run around like a chicken with your head cut off. Because y'all are lazy. You're lazy at your job. You're lazy in your relationships. You're lazy with your kids. You're lazy even with your content. This woman got like 4,000 followers on TikTok. And she told me, I'm great at social media. How you great at something you ain't successful at it? It's not paying your bills. That's like saying I'm a great tattoo artist and I'm sitting here tattooing in somebody's basement. Riding a bus. How are you great? Just because you started a channel and started running your mouth, that don't make you great. You got to put in some work. You got to start at the bottom, baby. Just like you did at that job. And this is actually more work. This is actually more work. You got to do so much stuff as a content creator. And I didn't realize that until I started. Editing videos, and especially if you want the real money. That TikTok money, that ain't no money. If you want some real money, long content, stuff like that, it takes a lot to be a content creator and be able to pay your bills with it. But y'all on the outside looking in, y'all see these other people doing stuff and y'all think y'all can just jump on and just do stuff, and it don't work like that.
a little hurt because I love that job. Like, ask anybody. One thing I'm not going to sit here and do and act like I had a terrible job or anything like that. I had a great job, great benefits, great people. Other than that, like, overall, it's a great job. But I just feel like everything happens for a reason. And I may not totally understand the reason right now, but it's a reason behind it. I know.
And this is the same thing that they do in relationships. The man can be doing everything right. They're like this woman just said, my job was perfect. Yeah, I love my job. I love the people. I loved everything about the job. But you're going to throw the job away to be a content creator. Something you're not making no money in. Not even monetized yet. This is the stuff that I'm talking about, man. This is the lazy liberal mindset that I'm talking about.
I'm going to be good. Like, financially, I'm going to be straight. I mean, I'm definitely going to get out here and look for a job if this isn't going to take off, because I'm not just going to sit and not do anything.
Why would you quit before it take off? A lot of y'all are financially illiterate, man, and make bad decisions.
But yeah, like, what other sign could he give me besides, hey, yeah, you're not going to work for these people anymore? So that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm going to take it. You know, it is what it is. I know that as long as I have faith and I believe that God is going to carry me through, He
It's
always
always
does,
God.
and He will. So, yeah, y'all need to start liking, commenting, and doing all this other stuff, following whatever, so we can start making some coins on here. Because I am definitely jobless right now, but everything's going to be okay.
Lazy, liberal woman. That's what she is. She's a lazy, liberal woman. For you to sit here and ruin a job, something that was paying your bills, that you like to do. You like the place. I can see if it was something that you didn't like, but she said that she liked the job. And she still quit. To be a content creator. To be something she's not. You have to actually make some money first to call yourself a content creator. Until you make some money, it's just a hobby. Until you make some money creating some content, you are not a content creator. Let's talk about that. Until you make some money being a content creator, you are not a content creator. Get off the internet, put the phones down. I mean, I'm not even gonna say that you can go to work and on your spare time, you know what I'm saying, when you off work, you know what I'm saying, on the weekends, whatever your schedule is, you can work the content creator business in. And once you start getting that content creator, at least get monetized and start making some money, then you can start thinking about leaving a job. But you can't just quit a job. You can't quit what's making money to do something that's not making no money. That's insane. That doesn't make sense. I'm telling y'all, man, a lot of y'all are financially illiterate. And a lot of this stems from not having fathers in these households, and I know it does because a lot of men, we know how to survive. We know how to get up and go to work. We know what it means. We know what happens if we quit our job. See, that's the thing. See, women, y'all can do that because you only think you have to take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to take care of, I ain't take care of no man. But the man takes care of you and the kids. So we can't just, I'm trying to be a content creator. I'm quit my job. Imagine, you as a woman, imagine your husband come home. Or your baby daddy. Imagine, he come home, baby, I'm finna quit my job and be a content creator. You gonna look at that man like he crazy. Dude, what? We got bills. We got kids. We got things to do. But this is the lazy liberal mindset, which mostly stems from women. Not to say, like I said, it's some men out here that do it too. But this mostly stems from these women who have been running our households, especially in the black community. They're teaching this crap to their children. To be lazy and hateful. They hate people who work. Lazy people hate people who work. Y'all don't understand that? Y'all, that's why they run around to my tax the rich and all that kind of stuff. Because they don't like people who work. Because people who work make them look bad. Now they got to do some work. This is the lazy liberal mindset. And I can speak on this because I grew up in it. I grew up around this stuff. People living on Section 8 and food stamps and selling it. And you know what I'm saying? Pulling tricks and scams and schemes and selling drugs and doing everything except working. They don't want to work. Even the women who go to school and get a degree and all, they don't want to work. They didn't work for the degree most of the time. A lot of these degrees are DEI. They literally been giving women loans and grants and stuff like that just to reel y'all in. It's all been a play. And y'all fell for it. And this is why our households the way they are in the black community. This is why our kids growing up the way they growing up. And this is why y'all running around like a chicken with your head cut off because your food stamps about to get cut. But keep doing what y'all doing. I'm going to keep reporting on it, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know how y'all feel about this topic. Hit the link in the description. You want tattoos or piercings, you in Dallas, Texas, holla at your boy. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Don't be a lame like these women raising these kids. And these Democratic hellholes with this liberal, lazy liberal mindset, bringing the property value down everywhere they go, man. It is insane. What's going on, my good people? If y'all in Dallas, Texas, and you're looking for a place to get tattoos or piercings, come holler at us at Finesse Gang Inc., man. Follow us right now on all social media websites as Finesse Gang Inc. on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter. Wherever you see us at, hit that follow button. We do black and gray tattoos as well as color tattoos. It don't matter if you're dark skin, light skin, white skin, whatever. If you want lines, tigers, birds, flowers, butterflies, portraits, cover-ups, we do it all, man. If you want your nose pierced, your ear pierced, your belly pierced, Christina's, dermals, surface piercings, whatever you want, man, we can do it. If you're 18 years or older, click the link on this video or wherever you see our link at. Go to our booking site, book your appointment right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, not next year. Click the link wherever you see our link at. Go on our booking site and book y'all appointment right now. What y'all waiting on? Let's get it.